What's good, everybody? It's Jordan here, aka Proverse, and I'm back with another video. And today we're a little bit more upbeat. I know that last video was a little somber. I know it was a little just a little tough to probably see. It was. I mean, I was just being myself. I'm always myself when I'm on camera. It's just different parts of me, and I'm glad I got to say that, and I got my piece out. And from here on out, there's no more apologizing. There's no more wish I could have did this, could have done that. None of that. We can't live like that. We gotta move forward. Today we are talking about Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Part 1. As you guys may know, I talked about it in my last video. Again, I'm calling back to it. I reacted to episode 12 and episode 13 of Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. I uploaded episode 12, did the whole thing, cut some stuff out. It got blocked. So couldn't do that and wasn't really feeling up to it. But I explained all that in the video. If you guys want to know, just go check that out. So this is my complete review of the entirety of the Thousand Year Blood War versus episode 12 and 13. So pretty much I like that this season came out pretty much hot. Like it came out hot, swinging. Action was on 10. Like there was hardly any talking when it first started. Like it was like, okay, we some Quincy's. Y'all don't even know that we're Quincy's. We pull up, we wreck shit, and we get to moving. We stealing your bancars, we killing your captains, we killing your regular soul reapers. We killing anybody that live in the soul society. We don't give a damn who you are. If you live in the soul society, you are dead. If you get in our way, you're dead. Jay down there tried to kill Orihime and Chad. Like if they wasn't who they were, like defensively, they would have died. No doubt about it. Like the Quincy's like I didn't give them enough credit because I was like, okay, maybe just because there's still a Bonkers out here, that they just that's the reason why they can't beat that's the reason why they're able to beat the Soul Reapers. But they was out here smashing up Iran cars, like they was beating up on like they smashed Halibel. But again, that was probably just Yawat just being Yawat. You can't really like mess with that boy like that. Like he just too far. But we're continuing on. High energy, high action. I could just be hyped. But overall the community is very satisfied with this. So it's not just me. It's not like I'm not just hyped and I'm not just a part of a hype crowd. Like this was top tier and they did what they were supposed to do. They came back after what, 10 years, 9 years, 8 years, whatever. And they put their foot on these new anime necks, like all them isekais, all those animes with the long titles, like all whatever's coming out right now. Bleach said, "Hold my Zanpakuto toe, ho." Like they wasn't playing out here, bro. Like the animation, the art, the mood, the tone that they set, like this is the most violent I've ever seen Bleach. It might have been. This is definitely one of the most. See, and I watched some pretty dark stuff. So for a shonen anime, it's probably the most violent I've ever seen from a shonen anime personally. Shonen, not anything above that. So they did what they were supposed to do. Like the fact that I felt like there were stakes. Like I felt like a captain was gonna die. I mean, that's debatable. I still think it's debatable. I I mentioned it before, but I think there's like a 10% chance, and that's pretty high, that Yamamoto is still alive. I think that he's down there with Aizen. There's a small chance. And a part of me wants to be wrong because I think story wise and just elevate the story and just make sure that it's great and to progress, just for storytelling's sake. I think it'll be better if he is dead, but a small part of me believes that he's down there with Eisen. People said I was crazy. Well, one person said I was crazy for it, but I genuinely believe that he may be down there with Eisen, recuperating or something. I don't know. Eisen is planning something. He's down there. The fact that he put Yarak into hypnosis without him knowing, of course, like you never know. But he made this man think that he spent less time down there than what he actually did, and kind of foiled his plans of just destroying the entire Seirete. That tells me he's up to something. And he's not rocking with the Quincy's either. Like, I don't know. Eisen is out there for himself. At the end of the day, he is looking out for Eisen. He has no loyalties to anyone. We saw what he did with the Ronkars. Like, once they seemed like they weren't useful to him anymore, he just discarded them. He don't give a damn about nobody but Eisen. I don't even know if Eisen give a damn about himself. Like, that's just I don't know. The fact that he knew that Geen was gonna cross him at some point and he still like followed through with everything, that was like he don't give a damn, bro. And that's why I think that's why people love Eisen. But continuing, the fact that we found out that Ichigo was part Quincy, I knew that already. That was something I didn't know because I did play Bleach Brave Soul, so I did know that Ichigo was part Quincy along with part Soul Reaper, along with part Full Breaker, Bringer, along with like this man is damn near everything, bro. At this point, part Hollow too, if you want to count that. Like this man is like 7 different races in one. It's kind of unfair. It really is. Like it's messed up. I know Byakuya wasn't dead though. Around that time, I don't know if I didn't really speak on that much, but I was like, Byakuya can't die. Like, I don't know if I saw him um in the game, in the Brave Souls game or not. But I was like, no, like he can't go out like this. Like, it would be cool for him to be dead. Like, I'm fine with him killing people, but I was like, nah, bro, I can't see Byakuya go out like no hole like that. Like, he got to get some hits in. He got to get some licks in there, though. I can't just see Byakuya get whole like that. So I'm glad that he was all right. And then after the whole Sayre Tay thing and the Soul Society being, raided on, we saw a glimpse of Grimjow. That was cool to see that he was still alive. Cause I'm like, I didn't see a killing blow on Grimjow. And what the hell is this bastard's name? I'm not even gonna try to say his name. I'm not. I'm just not. It's not even worth me trying. But I know I didn't see a killing blow, so I was like, okay, Grimjow being alive makes sense. And I really felt like Ichigo shouldn't have won that fight with Grimjow. But that's in the past. We're moving on. Squad Zero pulling up, like, okay, these eccentric weirdos, like, what's going on with them? So that was interesting, seeing Squad Zero pull up, taking him over to the Soul Kingdom or whatever it's called. The palace, the Royal Palace. Take him down to the Royal Palace. Put him in the hot spring, blood bath, whatever the hell, like regenerating all that battle damage, going down eating that food from that lady. You know what I mean, the Food King. I'm gonna just call her the Food King. I think that's what they called it. Like she's basically the Food King. I love the fight between the Kenpachis, Unohana and Zaraki. It was emotional for something that developed very quickly that we didn't really know too much about, and they kind of like just I don't say they rushed it or they forced it, but it was like it was enough to where it was digestible and acceptable. I really wish she didn't have to die, man. I, that kind of hurt just a little bit because having that second, like basically the second strongest person on your side, like having that person with you, that could be an advantage in war. but I guess it would have been too much. They would have been a little too strong for the Quincy's when it's time to go. But there's really no too strong. I don't know, man. That one kind of hurt a little bit. I want to see her like really get down and dirty, like with the real enemy. Like, of course, she went ham with Zaraki, and she basically killed him 1,000 times for all we know. But it would have been nice to see her go against a Quincy, and but I do want to see what they're gonna do about the Quincy's as far as like their Bankais and stuff. So that's something I do not know. Do not know anything about Bankais and how they're gonna fight the Quincy's when the time comes. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But being around the Zanpakuto creator, it just gave more lore. It gave more, okay, so this is who created Zanpakuto. This is how they work. These are the Zanpakuto in physical form. The Aswashi, Aswasha. I don't know, man. These Bleach got some of the hardest anime like jargon ever. I'm just gonna call it jargon because I don't even know if it's Japanese. I don't even know if it's Spanish. I don't know if it's German because it's very Bleach is very diverse and they use words from different languages. I don't know where the hell that word comes from, but it ain't English, and it's pretty tough sometimes. So y'all gotta bear with me when it comes to some of these names and these words. Ichigo seeming not to be worthy of, what he was or worthy of his Zanpakuto, and then him having to go back and talking to his father about the thing that he said he was going to talk to him about later when they were fighting Aizen. That's the callback that I'm glad they went to because I'm like, I need to know that conversation. I need him to explain to him what Aizen was talking about when he said, I orchestrated your birth. And we got to see that Ichigo's mom was a Quincy. She was supposed to marry Ryu. Um, that didn't go right. um, Ichigo's dad pretty much saved her life by becoming half human, half Soul Reaper because she was half human, half Quincy. And she was going to be taken over by a Hollow, which turned out later on to be Ichigo's Hollow, which seemed to be always inside of him. So this is like very strange lore, but I'm here for it. I'm glad they did it. He wound up saving her life. Then we find out that she wasn't even weak. Like she was supposed to kill the Grand Fisher, but Yahweh activated at that time. This had to have been like 14 years, 15 years, 13, however long it was that Ichigo's mom died. And he activated, took her Quincy powers. She wound up getting eaten, killed, or whatever. Like it was terrible, man. It was terrible. It's like, damn, she had a fighting chance, and now Ichigo got a bigger reason to go and kill this dude, like go and murk him. And I hope he do. Like I need this dude to get his revenge because his mom died because this nigga wanted to be who he is. And it's interesting when we find out in the next episode that Ichigo's Zanpakuto is really his hollow. And the guy that we think is Zangetsu is really like, what do we call this? Like the spitting image of Yawak, to give lack of a better term, like the embodiment, the representation of him being in his Quincy powers is crazy. And then when we think about all the times that Zangetsu tried to stop Ichigo from doing something, he said, yo, you gotta fade me for this, you gotta fight me for that, before you get these answers, before you level up, before you do that. And then right when he's about to do the final Getsu Gaten show, fighting Aizen, he really tried to stop him and he was sad and it was like, oh, like damn, like he just don't want to be apart from his, his host. Like he doesn't. He's a Zanpakuto that cares about him, but turns out he was the Quincy after him that cared about him. He still cares about him, but he basically made him think that he was his Zanpakuto, and that was really interesting to me. And then we get to Ichigo's true Zanpakuto, his true I don't know if we saw the Bankai, or is that the Bankai form? I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just glad that we got to where we are, and it's amazing, man. It's amazing. I'm like I said before, they set the standard, they set the tone for these anime, for the Jujutsu Kaisens, for the which I just started, by the way. I don't want to diss Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm just saying they putting people on notice for the Jujutsu Kaisens, for the Demon Slayers, for the My Heroes. All these anime, like it's been like these are new starter animes for people, and for people that are just not getting into anime, these are great anime for people to just, okay, I need 12 episodes, I need 30, I need 24, I don't need 300, 400, 500. My Hero is in the hundreds now, obviously. Going into season 6, even going through season 5, I'm pretty sure there's a little over 100. Yeah. But these are the new age anime. These are the ones that kids and new anime watchers are getting into. And this is an OG coming back to say, I'm part of the big three. One Piece is still going. It's about to end pretty soon. Naruto finished. We don't count Boruto. And Bleach said, I'm not done yet. I didn't get my conclusion yet. I didn't let my balls drop yet. I ain't let my nuts hang. That's basically what Bleach said. And I think that after part 1, that's the beginning of the nut hanging. Pause. Big pause. Because it's kind of weird. But it's okay. Because it's just part 1. Part 2 is coming out in July. I can't wait. You guys give me some feedback. What was your favorite part of part 1 of the Thousand Year Blood War? Are you considering watching it? Why didn't you watch it? Did I convince you to watch it? What do you think is going to happen in part 2? Let me know in the comments below. Again, this is Jordan here, aka Proverse. I appreciate y'all. Peace.